Hey guys, I just realised I didn't add needed another match in this because it was a little short. I could have put in another two. I just decided, well, we'll give people a little bit more time here and just add a single match into it. Okay, so we're coming off what is possibly, hopefully, one of the better impacts. Unfortunately, we've not advertised everything. We'll probably do before the main event there. Two things I got to add to that Impact show. Okay, first thing, turns out I should have said that Band versus British Invasion was a tag title match. I didn't have that written in my stuff, so I will probably go back and edit that match in the description, so at least if you read the description you'll know that that was supposed to be a tag title match. I didn't say that in the video because I didn't have it printed there, but also we will have to I had to do a full card rundown on that show as well. Couple of mystery opponents. We'll at least run down the couple of main events. So we'll have Hulk Hogan come out here and do a card rundown. I see no problem in doing that. Basically, some things you need to know. So we knew we were getting Homicide versus Amazing Red. We knew we were getting AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle with Ric Flair as a special guest referee. Also added to that match also is a stipulation that Kurt puts on himself. If he doesn't win, he won't try and win the title as long as AJ Styles is champion, which will turn out to be a lot longer than what you probably realize. Also, Tara and ODB will be teaming up to take on the Knockouts Tag Champions. We'll be doing that. The Band will be facing Beer Money. Joe, I'm pretty sure Joe will be taking on a mystery opponent. And in the main event, in the sub-main event, Desmond Wolfe will be returning and taking on Abyss. Also, yeah, Joe's still got that Feast or Fight case. He's holding it anytime he wants. But we kick off the show with Eric Young taking on a mystery opponent. Hulk Hogan announces this last off in his speech. He runs through the match card. Still, we got the six-sided ring too, because we're not scrapping that six-sided ring thing. We will be, like I said, kicking off Eric Young defending the global title against Brian Kendrick. Big opportunity for Brian Kendrick. He shows off quite a bit of skill, but comes up short, and Eric Young wins. But we'll have the announcers also run down. He had him a couple of times in there, but Eric Young was able to pull out the victory. Then we go into Tara versus ODB. Tara and ODB to take on Awesome Kong and Hamada. Unfortunately, Awesome Kong's pretty much done after this, guys, so we got to scrap her run with the belts. And Tara and ODB win despite having problems in the match. They come up victorious, and they're still looking at each other. They don't like each other. They're holding the belts up, and they just look at each other like this, like that. It's like, X Division title, Homicide versus Amazing Red. Red goes over. The Band versus Beer Money, which is a great, I'm sure would be a great match. Go pretty well, I think. The Kevin Nash gets the pinfall, but most of the work would be probably majority done. Sean Waltman would be doing a lot of selling and stuff, and Bobby Roode and James Storm would be in there doing a lot of good work. Then we have Joe taking on a mystery opponent who turns out to be Mr. Anderson. And Joe wins, because I have plans for him going forward. Desmond Wolfe versus Abyss. Abyss is not a young man, and even at this point, I probably wouldn't be putting him over as much. So, Desmond Wolfe would go over here. And plus it gave me a reason to use Desmond. This was the one of the few times I get to use him. Plus, I know I'm not using Daniels or Sean Morley or Orlando Jordan. Sean Morley came in for a spell and was pretty much done not too long after this. Orlando Jordan, please. Daniels, gotta say, he just didn't figure into my plans. Like, I know he's coming off this huge match, and he's not on the card. I'd probably make a story out of it, but Daniels, I'm pretty sure, was pretty much done not too long after this. I'd have to check. I'll let you know in the next video. But yeah, that sort of thing is going to happen. Alright, now we come up to this, and as I stated, Kurt Angle lost this match. He would not pursue AJ as champion. We do a backstage thing where he signs a contract, sort of saying as much. Ric Flair, as a special referee, AJ cheats during the match. He turns heel in the process and wins the match, and Ric Flair holds up his hand. They shake hands, and there's kind of an implication there that they're working together. And after this gives Ric Flair he escorts and manages AJ Styles, but he doesn't sort of become the new Ric Flair in this either. He just he is not the new Nature Boy. He's not going to come up with a bunch of women as well, because the majority of the TNA audience is pretty knowledgeable fans, and you don't want to be rubbing that sort of thing in their face. Yeah, I've got to be honest, without a lot of build to any of this, it would be hard to get over. But this would be like the second opening salvo in the thing with Hulk Hogan, and plus I've put over a bunch of TNA guys. I brought in a few guys. I'm going to be bringing in a few more later on. Okay, and basically, yeah, that's what's going to happen here. We're going to need a few more guys. So Orlando Jordan, probably not going to see him. Sean Morley, like I said, you're probably not going to see him on pay-per-view. I would utilize them. Orlando mostly on Explosion, just because I just don't really like him. I think he's kind of lax worker. Apparently he's out here in Australia at the moment, working for some company out here. Yeah, that's how bad it is. Yeah, I mean, you're going to see a lot of Knockouts tag title things, because pretty much after this, the Knockouts division is stripped to the bone, and there's barely enough women to support a Knockouts division as it is. Without adding in the tag belts, you're not going to see a lot of them. It's just one of those things, like, the women are holding them. I'd probably try and find ways to, like, bring in jobbers and stuff to utilize them on TV. I honestly, if I had a choice, I'd be like, guys, we need Knockouts tag teams. Can you go scout some out for me? Alright, the battery ran flat on this. I'm gonna essentially unplug it, unplug it and get this uploaded. This will probably be out pretty soon too. I just uploaded the most recent video. So here we go. I'm gonna bring in, probably try and get another one of these done tonight. It's still pretty early. Probably gonna be awake most of the night, but yeah. So guys, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry I wasn't able to go in depth on all those storylines, but that will probably happen next time because I'll actually have time to book leading up to that. So I'll come up with some ideas for you. See you later.